Nearly 900 members of the global dark web pedophile ring sprawling Europe and the Americas have been arrested following a 2-year investigation, the FBI and Europol reported after the website's founder was handed a 30-year jail sentence. Shedding light on the scope of the operation, which is still active, the FBI revealed that in the U.S. alone, 350 arrests were made as part of a wide-ranging investigation into Playpen, a secret website that is being referred to as possibly the biggest child pornography online dump that ever existed. The arrests and other law enforcement actions related to the investigation were carried out in countries far and near, including Turkey, Peru, Chile, Ukraine, Israel, and Malaysia, according to the FBI. Europe accounts for the major share of arrests and convictions, with 368 suspects being charged. A total of 870 arrests were made in connection with the case, according to Europol. Over 300 children who had suffered sexual abuse at the hands of Playpen members have been identified or rescued. EU Commissioner for the Security Union, Sir Julian King, said a hugely significant blow has been struck against one of the most heinous of crimes, arguably the worst of all, thanks to the excellent transnational cooperation of Europol with the FBI and U.S. Department of Justice, as well as other law enforcement agencies around the world. Playpen's founder, Stephen W. Chase, 58, was sentenced Monday to 30 years behind bars. The site he set up in August 2014 boasted some 150,000 users worldwide until it was taken down by the FBI following a controversial covert operation. The agency said it had uncovered the site almost immediately after it had been launched, but lacked information to trace the location or identity of the site's owner, as it was rooted in the deep web, meaning the site was only accessible through special software such as Tor. Tor grants anonymity to its users and thereby is often described as a convenient platform for illicit activities, such as selling weapons, drugs or disseminating pornography. However, Florida-based Chase inadvertently slipped up, revealing his site's IP address, providing law enforcement with all the necessary leads. Two of Chase's aides, Michael Fluckiger and David Browning, both U.S. citizens, who served as administrators of the site, were each jailed for 20 years. Through a subsequent operation codenamed Operation Pacifier, the FBI succeeded in tracking down hundreds of the site's users, sending more than 1,000 leads to FBI agents as well as to European authorities. The FBI has been criticized for what it called a court-approved network investigative technique used to unearth information about the suspects. It emerged that the agency, with court approval, seized and ran the pedophile website for 13 days in February 2015. The FBI's command of the Playpen site enabled the agency to infect over 8,000 users' computers with malware and hack them. Notably, the site was said to be more efficient and even experienced a boost in audience numbers with the FBI in charge of its content. Internet privacy experts found the FBI's handling of the case highly questionable and contrary to privacy laws. The warrant here did not identify any particular person to search or seize, nor did it identify any specific user of the targeted website, Electronic Frontier Foundation said, calling into question the legality of the FBI's actions. However, the head of the European Cybercrime Center, EC3, Stephen Wilson, appeared to defend the controversial practice, saying in a statement that if we operate with 19th-century legal principles, then we are unable to effectively tackle crime at the highest level. We need to balance the rights of victims versus the right to privacy, Wilson argued, praising the cooperation between the U.S. and European law enforcement in the case. The FBI was authorized to operate 23 child porn websites on the Tor network in order to collect data on users via malware, according to unsealed court documents. In January, it was revealed that the FBI had similarly ran a top child porn site for 13 days. Court documents obtained by the American Civil Liberties Union show that the FBI was authorized by a Maryland judge to target child porn users of websites 123. The sites operated in areas of the dark web on the browser Tor, where IP addresses are hidden. In January, the FBI said that for 13 days in February last year it had taken over operations of Tor hidden Playpen, which the agency called the largest remaining known child pornography hidden service in the world. In the process, the FBI used malware, or Network Investigative Technique, NIT, to infect users' computers until May 4, 2015. More than 4,000 computers worldwide were hacked in this fashion, and 186 people were charged. In the normal course of the operation of a website, a user sends request data to the website in order to access that site. While websites 123 operate at a government facility, such request data associated with the user's actions on websites 123 will be collected, said an FBI affidavit within the recently unsealed documents. That data collection is not a function of the NIT. Such request data can be paired with data collected by the NIT, however, in order to attempt to identify a particular user and to determine that particular user's actions on websites 123. A cybercrime legal expert said the unsealed documents suggest that while the FBI doesn't admit to full operation of these sites, they certainly benefited from the operation. That paragraph alone doesn't quite say the FBI is operating them, Fred Jennings told Ars Technica. But definitely no other way to read that than websites 123 were hosted at a government facility, with the FBI's knowledge and to the FBI's informational benefit. It's clever phrasing on their part. Another cyber expert told Ars Technica that the FBI is running at least some Tor hidden child porn sites on the dark web. Doing the math, it's not 0 sites, it's probably not all the sites, but we know that they're getting authorization for some of them, said Sarah Jamie Lewis, operator of Onion Scan, a dark web analysis project. I think it's a reasonable assumption. I don't think the FBI would be doing their job if they weren't. Membership on Playpen rose by a third and it ran much better while it was operated secretly by the FBI, defense lawyer for Stephen Chase, the original administrator of Playpen, argued in court in August in attempts to have Chase's charges dismissed due to outrageous government conduct. The FBI distributed child pornography to viewers and downloaders worldwide for nearly 2 weeks, until at least March 4, 2015, even working to improve the performance of the website beyond its original capability, wrote Peter Adolph, an assistant federal defender in the Western District of North Carolina, adding that the FBI's management resulted in an increase in visitors and a growth in membership. The Bureau denied making improvements to the site. In September, Chase was found guilty of engaging in a child exploitation enterprise, advertising child pornography, possession of child pornography, and 3 counts of transportation of child pornography.